Hello and welcome to another Tech Articles. In today's article we are going to finish off our SureCart series, or this particular vein of our SureCart series. So in the two previous episodes we explored Price ID and what that means, how it works, where you can find it. And then we also explored in the next episode checkout confirmed and the data that can be gleaned from observing the checkout confirmed action. And now what we're going to do today is we're going to put it all together. So we are going to do something with it. And this was always the goal. This was the reason we went into this, is so that we could begin to understand how these things all begin to stack up to give us workable solutions. So what we're going to finish this off with today is we are going to finish it off by, when somebody purchases certain price IDs, we are going to give them a particular FluentCRM tag. Now, FluentCRM does have a SureCart integration, but it is a pro feature. So if you were to go to SureCart, to FluentCRM, and you were to go to automations, there is an automation here available to you for SureCart, but it is a pro automation. And there is one for both of these. There are additional ways to do this. One of those is using Toolkit add-on for SureCart, which has integrations with FluentCRM and SureCart. So if you install this, you get access to all of their interactions and integrations. So there are other ways to achieve something very similar. But what we're going to do today is we are going to code our own solution. So this is a WordPress demo site, and the code we're going to be working through is in my WP code box, and it's this one here. It's a very short piece of code, and we are just going to begin to build up on what we already know. And the key bits of data here that we need to understand, and we will go through in this tutorial, is our price ID and our slugs for our FluentCRM tags. It's important I say that it's slugs, not name, that we are using. So to get the code to do this, we've looked at the FluentCRM documentation, and as with quite a lot of Fluent CRM's documentation, is very good. We're able to pick up what we need to do and what classes we need to use and what we can do, and then with a little bit of knowledge that I already knew, I'm able to pull this together quite easily. So what we've built and what we're going to go through and show is we're going to grab our checkout items using checkout confirmed, which we've done in the previous video. We're going to use our price IDs, which we covered in the first video, and we're going to check our price IDs against the checkout confirmed data. If it matches, we are then going to look in for our tags and assign the tags that it tells it to do in the snippet. So I'm going to head back over to WordPress, and you'll see here I have two tags. And when I said earlier that it was the slugs we were talking about, not the names. Now they are identical in this case, but there is slight nuances in how they're presented. So I'm going to look at this one here, another event. And you'll see here the slug is another hyphen event, and that's what we're going to use as a slug. So these are our tags that are available to us, and I'm going to leave them exactly as they are. And you'll see here we have our contacts, which I don't think I have any installed on here as it is. I don't. So that's what we've got there. In my SureCart, I have some products, and I've picked two of them, another event and an event ticket. And I'm just going to look at event ticket as an example. And the price IDs we've done in the previous video, but the price IDs here. And if you notice, this one ends 2B74. So we're going to go back to WP code box, and you'll see here 2B74, that's event ticket. When somebody purchases another event, they get the another event tag and the VIP tag. And we're collecting our payload from checkout confirmed up here. And then we cycle through our list of matching tags, use the code from this developer doc here to assign the tag to the email, save the contact, and then attach our tags. And that's basically what it does. It's a very short, sweet snippet. There's not a lot of code to talk through here. Most of this we've already done. So we've already done checkout confirmed and putting all that in. There's a bit here about, from here down is probably more about matching tags and applying tags, but it is very self-explanatory. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a purchase from SureCart. And actually I'm going to pick another event. Actually, I'll start with this one here, which is event ticket. So to save clicking around too much, I'm just going to buy it now. I'm going to buy it when it loads. I will buy it. There we go. I clicked it too many times. Purchase it. Now that's going to continue to finalize my purchase. And if we head back over to the site and go to FluentCRM and go to our contacts, we should now have a contact of the email that I have on here. And you can see that I've been subscribed to the tag event tickets. Now I'm going to leave this on tags. And you'll see here that we've got our tags and we've got another event, our event ticket and our VIP. And there's currently nobody subscribed to another event and VIP. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to modify our code and I'm actually going to remove the another event tag here and just make this one VIP. And the reason I'm going to do that is because what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to come back and order it again, but I'm going to reinstate that tag. So VIP, and we're going to, let me just check what that was. So it's another event. So let's just view it and buy now. And we'll check it out. And if we come over to our tag here, once checkout's completed, which it has, you'll see now we have one subscribed to VIP, just like we did with event ticket. But if we edit that code again and put this back, save that, and then I go back and order that again. And we refresh our tags. Right, I came off too quick. There we go, it's finalized. Refresh our tags. We're now subscribed to a subscriber to all of them. Now, if I was to delete myself as a contact, go back to our tags, you'll see here I have now got none because I deleted the user they were attached to. And if we were to purchase that one more time, we would get both our tags at once because they're in the same array. So I'm purchasing this, and we now get our tags. And I will do a video probably in the next few days on Fluent CRM tags and my strategy for tags and why I think tags are so important, because I think they're a really important part of running any e-commerce store, a membership site, or anything where you interact regularly with customers. Really, you want to get all of those interactions tagged. And I will go into more detail on that in a dedicated video on Fluent CRM tags and tagging in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be Fluent CRM, but I'll use Fluent CRM as my example. So that's how that works, and that's how it all comes together. And as I said, there are other ways to do this. There is Toolkit, which has got quite a few automations that you can build using the Fluent automation engine if you've got Pro or if you've got that. There are other items that work with Fluent CRM, and I use one myself that I've built that does something very similar. And if we activate it here, so what this does is it just adds a new child menu to SureCart, and it just allows me to do exactly that. And these are what we've just set up here, and all it allows me to do is just select a tag and assign it to a Price ID, enable them or delete them as needed. So if I wanted to delete this one here for VIP, I could just delete it, add a new one, and make it VIP. And I use this in all of my e-commerce websites. It just allows me to map those price tags for the sites where I'm not using Flowmatic to automate further. It makes more sense to me to have this small plugin installed. It's probably about 20 kilobits in size to map taggings rather than to use something like Flowmatic or even Toolkit to do that mapping. So this really is only an example of what you can do once you start pulling things together, like Price ID and checkout confirmed, to begin to build your workflows. But it's just another step into what is possible with SureCart and the API and the webhook triggers that we have available to us. And the more you begin to explore the docs and understand the workings, the more you can do. I've answered a few questions recently about, is it possible and can you do this, on the Facebook group. And you would have, the keen-eyed among you would have noticed I've got a little widget here that was built a bit after I'd answered a post saying, yes, I'm sure it's possible. Actually, it's got a sub menu here as well. Somebody asked if this was possible, and I said, yeah, I'm sure it is. And I've built a proof of concept just to test if it was possible. So once you begin to understand how SureCart works and how you can interact with both its triggers and its API, you can start to build up quite a lot of useful cases for this. And you can't really break anything. You can break your site by bad code, but that's relatively easy to fix if you're, for example, using FTP and a direct file manager to modify your files, or use, like I tend to when I'm doing something a bit experimental, I tend to use WP Codebox IDE or WP Codebox that has disaster recovery built in so that I can activate the safe mode, come in, delete the dodgy code. Or one of the things I will do if it's particularly risky is I will start up a local site and do that on the local site to allow me to directly interact from my file browser, from my Explorer. So hopefully this video has been useful. As I say, it is one of 3, and I will link to the other 2 in the description. There is an article on Tech Articles that will be released after this video is uploaded. And I will put a link to that in the description that will have the code that we've used in today's video. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, any comments, please do let me know in the comments below. Thank you.